Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. And good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I refuse to say Friday because that's way overused. It is Friday, July 24th, 2020. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Hello, Minneapolis. Hello, Rochester. Hello, Duluth. Hello, Plymouth, as I call it, Plymouth. Hello, Chanhassen. Hello, Medina. Welcome to the show. I'm Jace. Get a cup of coffee. I'm here to tell you that I'm lonely in the studio today, more so than normal. Adam's here, Tyler's here, Jeff is here, but Kendall is off today. It's very, very sad. I don't know. She's taking a day off. I think, what is she doing? Taking a class or something, isn't she? She's pottery classing. So pottery classing, that's not even a word. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. We have a good show ahead. Kendall will appear through the magic of television on videotape because we took a couple days ago a baseball quiz in honor of the return of baseball. Did y'all see Fauci last night throwing? It was kind of a curveball. I don't mean to brag. I would rather, as they said in Steel Magnolia, walk on my lips than brag. But remember when I threw out the first pitch to Joe Mauer, and again, my favorite part of that is when Joe Mauer looked at me on the mound and he goes, "What are you doing here?" I kind of threw it to him. I didn't do as bad as I thought I would be doing. But anyway, so in honor of baseball, we're taking a baseball quiz. We have that, plus we have quarantine dating ideas. Go on Zoom. Yeah, go on Zoom. End of segment. So that's coming up. But first, I think you'll be able to relate. I am in a good mood only because I get to spend this hour with you. And also, I'm 6 hours away from a fish fry and pull tabs with my mother-in-law. But other than that, I'm having one of those mornings that I'm sure all of you have had. Car problems. The worst. You think your day is going to go one way, and then your car decides it's going to go a different way. So I get in the car this morning at about 4:30 because I have to be here around 5:15 or so because my radio show begins at 6 o'clock. So I get in the car and, it has one of those screens on it and nothing happens right away. I pull out of my garage, I get onto the street, and all of a sudden it's like, and there's a picture of the car with my right rear tire. And the graphic basically makes it seem like it's on fire. And I'm already on the road. I'm on 94 or 394. And I'm like, well, okay. So I find a gas station and I pull over. Well, come to find out, there seems to be a leak in the tire. So I'm like, that's just like the last thing you want to deal with. This is why. Because it's never easy. Tires are never easy. It's like Frito-Lays, a bag of Fritos. You can't just eat one. You can't just buy one tire because they look at you and they go, well, I mean, unless you want the balance to be off, you got to buy two tires. Or if you're real lucky, joker, they make you buy four tires. And then while you're there getting your tires and all you want to do is get the tire and get the blank out of there, then, Betsy from a service comes out to you and she goes, well, your Cadillac converter needs to be switched, and then your oil, your brake lights out, and then they give you a list of 4,000 other things that you've been putting off that they recommend that you fix. And by the time you leave, you're taking out a second or third mortgage on your house. So that's what I have to look forward to right after the show today. I gotta go to the dealership and pray. So if y'all want to, just say a little thought for me today. That my Cadillac converter, is that what it is? Catalytic converter, is that what it is? I don't know. I'm asking Jeff. Jeff, you've never seen the inside of your motor, have you? No, anyway. Well, that would be a fun segment. Have you and I go out to our car and have to identify things under the hood. Oh, that would be great. Oh, Ted, are you good with cars? Ted's in the control room, producer. No, Ted's not either. So, Ted knows where the wiper fluid is, and that's about it. Jeff can... Oh, Kendall would actually know more than the three of us, goobers. Oh, segment idea. We'll do that next week. But right now, let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. This is, okay. So not only is my car messed up. There we go. I was sad. I thought the Sheila Oliver Fox general manager fake applause wasn't working. Let's try it one more again. There we go. First up, the Swifties are very, very tired this morning because Taylor Swift's new album, Folklore, dropped overnight while we were sleeping, including a music video. Let's look at this.
To kiss in cars and downtown bars was all we needed. You drew stars around my scars, but now I'm bleeding. 'Cause I knew you stepping on the last train marked me like a bloodstain. I knew you tried to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy.
Okay, friends, that's Cardigan. This is the whole video. In just 8 hours, listen to this. It's racked up 5 million views. That tells you the power of Taylor Swift. Now, let me start with a compliment. I love this song. I've listened to most of the album other than 3 songs. I'll listen to it today on the way to my fish fry. But I like all the songs. It's a little dour. It's a little sad. I mean, it's kind of like, oh, where's some Samantha Fox? You know, I just want to turn on something light. But anyway, Samantha Fox. But I don't want to, I'm not trying to be a Gladys Kravitz, but Jeff thought it, director Leo thought it. How did she film this video in quarantine? How did she do this you know what I mean? How did she, I don't want to be that lady, you know, in the pizza place screaming for the right, I have the right to my pizza without a mask. I don't want to be that woman. But how did she do this? Maybe they just shot it with a limited crew that had been quarantined for 2 weeks. Again, focusing on the positive, the majority of the songs are really good, including, there's one with Bon Iver that's sad but yet fantastic. Let me, Taylor Swift. Yeah, that one's good. And a song called The Last Great American Dynasty, that is really good. And allegedly it's based on a real woman, the woman that owned the house that Taylor Swift now lives in. So it's a real story about her. So you can download Taylor's album right now wherever you find your music, and it's available at Sam Goody. I don't even know if it's open. Next in the dish, the Hallmark Channel has been criticized for its lack of diversity over the past few years, but the times they are changing. The company announced yesterday, Wanda Lucas is their new CEO. They praised her as a brand builder. She comes to the company after stops at NPR, the Weather Channel, TBS, and CNN. Hello, very qualified. The company, as I said, has faced criticism for a lack of diversity also in their Christmas movie lineup. And last year, remember this kerfuffle, they removed a commercial featuring a same-sex couple. Ooh, yeah. What are you doing watching this show? She starts her new position next month. This is good news. I mean, look, black, white, Asian, the woman is qualified, and that's what should matter. The woman is unbelievably qualified to lead that network. I mean, you could take half of her experience and still say she's qualified to lead this. And if she's a brand builder, and Hallmark arguably is one of the biggest brands in America, if not the world, is Hallmark sold in other parts of the world or is it just America? Do we know? I don't know. Let's check. I'll check that out later. Ted, get on that, or unpaid researcher Phil Jones. I'll email him later. Next in the dish, bad news for Disney movie fans. The pandemic is forcing Mickey Mouse to move back several of its upcoming movies, including this live-action remake.
Every family must contribute one man to fight.
You're a war hero. You've already made many great sacrifices.
My father cannot fight, so I will take his place.
The northern invaders will kill her.
If I expose her, our own people will kill her.
When we take the Imperial City, I will take revenge.
For my father.
What is your name, soldier?
Hua Jun, Commander, son of Hua Zhou.
Mulan. Yeah, this is like the 80th trailer for this movie because it keeps getting pushed back. It was supposed to come out in March, then it got moved to August, and now it's being pushed back again. But this time indefinitely. Yeah, there's no date. In addition, here's the other big news that Disney announced. So they don't know a date for Mulan, but they did say all Avatar movies and all of the upcoming, yet to be decided on Star Wars movies have been pushed back a year. So for example, there was supposed to be another Star Wars coming out in 2022, but now it's going to be 2023. And then Avatar 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm not making that up. I am not making that up. Seriously, there's 5. There's going to be Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. They've all been pushed back a year. So by the time we get to Avatar 5, we will all be dead. Anyone that saw the original Avatar will be dead. We'll be 6 feet under. That's the truth. What, Jeff?
Didn't they plug their tails into something or something?
Yeah, a catalytic converter. That's what they did. The blue people just no, they did. They I think it was a way. To fly on the little flying horsey things. They had tails, and if you stuck your tail on the tail of the Banshee, then you have a connection. It's basically like Banshee sex, and then you get to fly, and that's what it was. Yeah, and then you fly around, and then that's their mating ritual, I guess.
Can we do that segment next week?
Thank you. The crew laughed at that one. Thank you, boys. No Kindle, no audience. My goodness, I'll take Tyler laughing. That's like, let's do that. We'll do that. Can we wait for the sweeps on that one? Yeah, we'll do that. No, but hey, let me say though, that ride. Here we go. Drink Disney reference. That ride is cool because you do fly on the back of a Banshee at Walt Disney World. No, you don't connect your tail because I don't have a tail, but you ride on the back of a Banshee, and it feels like it. It's a great ride, one of my favorites there at Walt Disney World. Still ahead, we're chatting with the founder of a local tech startup about a new app that gives couples dating ideas, even in a global pandemic. But next, sick of all the streaming services? Well, there's another one to tell you about. Well, not really, but Team Coco may be on to something. And then, one of my favorite shows is back in production, and a new season could happen sooner than you think. Back right after this on this Friday. Stay with us, everyone.
Because yet another new video streaming service launched just today. That's right. Take a look.
In the past 4 months, Zoom has become a way of life, and now that trend continues with the latest video streaming service, Zoom to the Max. Thanks to our policy of secretly recording every Zoom meeting ever held, Zoom to the Max can now offer you a streaming library of literally millions of videos, including such classics as the coworkers who stay on Zoom after a meeting to trash everyone else.
You guys see that his virtual background was his daughter's Princeton acceptance letter? Oh.
What a tool. I'm still here. Yeah, we knew that.
Obligatory chats with your parents.
Her father wasn't in the best of health. He was pretty obese. I don't know what the family was eating, but whatever. She was pretty chunky looking too the other day.
Oh, God. Conan introducing us to the latest video streaming service, Zoom to the Max. I would totally subscribe to that. Am I the only one? I am just sick to death of Zooms. As we say that, we're getting ready to do yet another one. But no, I'm just saying, I miss human interaction. I haven't been able to get more than 7 feet near Jeff since March, and that's exactly, yeah, thank you. And he loves that. Next to the dish. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, baseball returned last night, and on Colbert, Stephen highlighted some of the differences that we're going to see this year. Look at this.
Major League Baseball returned tonight after I tape, and while the stadium stands will be empty, viewers at home this weekend may not realize it because Fox Sports is debuting a new technology that digitally fills the stands with fans for each game. The attention to detail is amazing. They've even included virtual dads who will insist on leaving in the 7th inning to beat traffic. However, due to a glitch, the bleacher bums at Wrigley Field are not puking onto the warning track. Fox can program the CGI fans to wear their home team's colors, and producers can have sections of the ersatz assemblage do a wave. You know the technology's truly captured the experience when virtual fans get as bored as the real ones. Will this make it fun?
No, it won't. The Twins open their season tonight. A little bit later, Kendall and I will take, as I mentioned, a baseball quiz. How well did we do? I don't know. And then Jeff was telling me that technology that our network has, the virtual fans can get up and leave if they're bored, like fans of this show.
Never.
Never. Yeah. Kendall's not here. Marge, where's the remote? Let's go over and see why the women are yelling at each other at the View. What's Megan McCain mad about today? They really should rename that. And I love Megan. I do. I do love Megan. But they really should just retitle it. What's Megan upset about today? What is she upset about? Next in the dish. Speaking of sports.
Now they're tuning out.
Now they're grabbing the remote.
That kid can't even talk.
Megan McCain's better than this trash. Click. Speaking of sports, there's a lot of talk about mascots these days. There's the Washington football team. That's stop teleprompter. That is literally what it's called now. For like a month, but couldn't they just wait? But okay. There's the Cleveland baseball team, and we won't go there, but we're being respectful here. But how about the new Seattle hockey team? They announced their mascot yesterday. Take a look at their announcement. Yep. Add that to your 2020 Apocalypse Bingo card. A major sports team named after Clash of the Titans. Meet the Seattle Kraken. If you don't know what a Kraken is, it's a sea monster that terrorizes ships. The team says they looked at more than 1,200 names. That is a lie. But since 2018, when the city was awarded the team, fans kept saying, "Release the Kraken," and it stuck. The team will make their NHL debut next year, and we just found out that Harry Hamlin will be the halftime entertainment for that show. And thank you very much. That's a Clash of the Titans reference that 4% of our audience got. Yes.
What was the owl's name that spun around its head?
Hootie.
No, was it?
Hootie, the lollipop owl?
No, the owl in Clash of the Titans.
Oh. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? The mechanical. I made Tyler laugh twice in one show. Okay, let me look at that now. He was the sidekick in the original Clash of the Titans, and they made toys of him. Clash of the Titans. If you guys haven't seen it, you have it?
Boobo.
I'm sorry, what did you call me? What was it?
Boobo.
Boobo the owl? That is horrible. By the way, that's Jeff over there, executive producer Jeff. Boobo the owl. Anyway, next in the dish. Way to go, Seattle. Next in the dish. One of my favorite Netflix shows is coming back. The Great British Baking Show is now in production. Oh, okay. The show was supposed to start filming the election in April. Filming resumed 2 weeks ago. It is reportedly going well. Staff and crew quarantined in the run-up to the production. Sky Studios, which is the production company in charge of the production, reportedly has a 55-page Bible of safety. Ours is about 32. The new season is slated to debut later this year. And speaking of that, remember earlier in the show, I asked how Taylor Swift was able to shoot that video in quarantine. This is why we have the best viewers in television. I got this from a very nice lady. Taylor tweeted the answer to it. The entire shoot was overseen by medical inspectors. Everyone wore masks, stayed away from each other, and I even did my own makeup, hairstyling, and clothes. Very small violin. I do it every day, girl. Every single day. And look at this. Well, you can see the quality. Next in the dish. No, let me mention, though, with Great British Bake Off, we need something like this. You have a question, Jeff?
Well, isn't Sandy gone now?
Oh, yeah. Sandy's gone. So it's just Noel and then another guy. They have 2 hosts now, 2 male hosts. I want the dynamic. I want a male-female hosting duo, but I'm going to give it a chance. I didn't give Noel a chance right at first, and he kind of grew on me. Bottom line, I don't care how they bring this show back, just bring it back. We need something to look forward to, and this show is just a big loaf of sunshine. And if you haven't watched it yet, you can watch back episodes on various streaming services. I think most of them are on Netflix or Zoom to the Max. Next in the dish, Saved by the Bell signed off in 1993. Oh, we were freshmen in college, Jeff. Yes, you were. You were a freshman in college.
I was a senior in high school.
Whatever. But has lived on with a cult-like following. And now Zach Morris is giving back to fans. Mark Paul Gosselaar, who played the troublemaking teen, will launch a new podcast where he will chronicle as he watches, get this, he watches the series for the first time ever. He claims he never watched the show and doesn't really remember anything about shooting it. Well, that'll be a great podcast. News of the podcast comes as production on Saved by the Bell's reboot is halted. Now, in that show, Zach miraculously is the governor, and that reboot will air on Peacock. Yeah. It's unclear when the podcast will be released. Okay, good concept, but if he doesn't remember anything about shooting it, what kind of perspective is he going to give?
Well, he's going to watch it. That's what they do with The Office. Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey
They rewatch
the
it, and then they talk about it. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I wish the stars of Dallas would do that. I do.
Are they still alive?
How dare you? Patrick Duffy's still alive. Linda Gray is still alive.
True.
Charlene Tilton is still alive. My pretend girlfriend Victoria Principal is still alive. Right? Ray? Ranch Hand Ray? Yes.
We should watch this show like 5 years ago.
I don't rewatch the fun fact, I never rewatch the show unless we're in a meeting and we're forced to. Yeah.
Well, I have to.
Yeah, you have to because you're the boss. Next in the dish, fans of Empire were left in limbo when the pandemic canceled production for that series finale. But there may be hope for a proper conclusion to some of the characters. Well, specifically one. Cookie is getting her own show. Taraji P. Henson is signed on the dotted line to star in an Empire spinoff. The show will reportedly follow Cookie as she moves to LA, and it could feature some of her other family members. Now, back in 2017, there were talks of an Empire prequel, but that never got picked up. Look, prequels are rarely, if ever, a good idea because there's no peril. What I mean by that is you know how all the characters are going to end up, so there's no drama. You know, if you have a character in a prequel that's facing death, you know they're not going to die because they're in the original show. So sequels are a better way to go, and if anybody can lead a show by themselves, it is Taraji P. Henson. I mean, that I would watch that. Cookie's one of the last decade of television. Cookie is on there as one of the best characters, don't you think, Jeff? You're a student of TV as well.
Yeah, because I mean, she's the best character on that show.
By far.
Her husband is the annoying one, I think.
Yeah, well, they all got annoying eventually, but yeah. I liked it season 1 and season 2. But they made that mistake that every popular show does. And you know what I'm going to say if you watch this show. If a show is a mega hit in season 1, then in season 2, they go nutter butters. And they throw everything at the wall. They bring in a ton of guest stars when in actuality, you should just let us get to know the main cast first. Go nuts in the 4th season when you have nothing else to do. Still ahead, it is another staff game of show and tell. Just wait until you see what we have up our sleeves, or I should say, what we have in our office. And wait till you see who wins that game, too. That and more when we come back. Stay right there, everyone. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, we're on another Zoom call, and yes, it looks like I'm in a cave. This is actually the studio within Fox that I do the radio show from. It's very dark. I like to keep it like a cave. That's why you can barely see me. Joining me today, look, it's the guys. It's the guys that lead us. It's producer Jeff and producer Ted, and we're going to do another round of staff show and tell. We're going back to kindergarten. Yes, Jeff.
This is all stuff we have at the station.
Oh, that's right. Nice little caveat there. All stuff we have here at the station. That was the rule today. So we always start with the oldest first, and that would be Jeff. So
shouldn't that be you?
No. So Jeff, Ted, don't encourage his behavior.
Mine comes all the way from Paris.
Ooh.
Keith Marler, meteorologist on Fox 9, his wife went to the French Open about 10 years ago. French Open is a tennis tournament. I'm a huge tennis fan.
Thank you, Jeff, for explaining it to the non-sporty ones out here. Thank you.
You know, so I'm a huge tennis fan. That's my favorite sport to watch. And he got me this certain trinket Keith's lovely wife, Susan, got me this lovely trinket. Now, open it up. It's the clay from the court at Roland Garros. So they play on this special red clay the whole tournament called Terre Battue. And I have in this little vial the actual clay from the courts. These are like the legendary courts in Paris.
Wow.
Don't roll your nose up at this.
I'm not. No, it's cool. At first glimpse, it looked like the baby bottles of booze you get in first class.
This probably doesn't taste as good, though.
No. That's all. I mean, I have to say, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, like, Steffi Graf may have stepped on this clay. She's
wow. Some Andre Agassi sweat.
Maybe.
But I'm not throwing shade. Please don't interpret.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Go ahead.
But if it meant that much to you, why is it in your drawer at Fox?
Well, it's actually not. I had to run home and get it.
Oh,
This is actually on display on my wall at home.
What, Ted? What's that face for? You know you were thinking the same darn thing.
I cheated.
Yeah. Okay, Ted, youngest next.
Well, this is something I did have in my drawer, and I think you're gonna like this. This is a CD from the band Vera Zero.
No, he works here.
This is Rob Kerr. He's a Nightside director, and that's not all, Jason.
What?
Because I believe, Eric, I believe we have a clip. That is the music video I Bleed, starring you.
That's right. I was in the music video for Rob.
And oddly enough, the song I Bleed actually was tracking in Australia. So they are big in Australia.
Yeah. So
should our show go to Australia now if they know you?
I don't mean to make this about us, but I mean, if the song's big and I'm in the song or in the video, ... we should ask Fox to distribute us in Australia.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. It's if people are wanting to know where they can find the album, it's War and Peace, Vera Zero, myspace.com/Vera Zero Music.
Rob is such a good guy, the nicest guy. And I remember him asking me, and that was a fun day. I had a good time. I can't even imagine what I looked like in there. But anyway, do you know how many years ago that was, Ted?
2009.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I have one that's about our show because it's here and it's a good luck charm. And if you've been watching our show for years, you may have seen it in the tchotchke wall before the tchotchke wall turned into the Home Goods vase wall. So right before our show debuted 6 years ago, my friend Haley we did a little trip with her to LA and we stopped at the store and she had these custom Converses made for me with our old logo on them. So there we go. You could get at this Converse store in Santa Monica. You could get whatever you wanted put on high top Converses. So Haley, as a gift and to congratulate us on the debut of the show, had our old logo with my big head put on Converse. I've never worn these.
Fun fact, I have. When you're not here, I wear those around the station.
Yeah, I can tell. No, this is so these are in my radio room now. I kind of hold on to them for good luck. I don't think I'll ever wear them because they're really white. I don't want to get them dirty, you know? That's it. I think, Jeff, we have to give it to Ted. I think Ted wins today. Not that this is a competition, but I think Right there, everyone. Available on Amazon, Vera.
You remember 2009, Jason?
Yeah, I do, girl. Yeah, I do. Anyway, there we go. When we come back, Kendall and I are put to the test. This time, it is a baseball test right after this. Well, tonight is the night when the Minnesota Twins kick off their shortened season in Chicago. So we thought it would be fun to have our friend Chris Myers from Fox Sports put us to the Major League Baseball trivia test. I actually like baseball, so I'm excited about this. So here we go.
Hey, thanks very much, and thanks for having me. I hope you enjoy the competition. Baseball right around the corner. We're excited from our home to yours, so let's play the home game. So here we go. The 2020 Major League Baseball regular season will only be 60 games. Which team had the best record over the first 60 games of a season in history? Today, the Yankees, B, the Nationals, or C, the Dodgers?
Yankees, the Nationals, or the Dodgers? Ladies first. You go first.
I'm going to go with the Yankees. They've won, I think, 27.
How dare you? That was going to be my answer.
So that's my guess.
Okay, I say the Angels, Chuck, or Chris. I'm used to calling people game show names. Chris?
Correct answer, C, the Dodgers. In 2019, the Dodgers went 41-19 to start the season.
I didn't realize Angels wasn't an option. But
Los Angeles.
Tyler, okay, it wasn't an option. Okay, Chris, what's the next question?
Our next question. The last time Major League Baseball had a shortened season was in 1995 when teams played 144 regular season games. Which team won the World Series that season? A, the New York Yankees, B, the Atlanta Braves, or C, the Cleveland Indians?
Okay, the Yankees, the Braves, or the Indians, the Angels. I'm just joking. I'm going to say the Braves. Kendall?
Let's go with Braves. I don't know either.
Are we teaming up on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we're going to say the Braves. B. Is it B? B. Chris?
Correct answer, B. The Atlanta Braves, they beat the Cleveland Indians in 6 games.
Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. Tiny Tim can walk, and we got one of these right. Kendall, are you not impressed with us?
We're doing so great.
We're doing so well. No matter what the last question is, I'm just going to say Angels. Chris?
Albert Pujols needs just 5 home runs to move into 5th on the all-time home run list among home run hitters. Which slugger will he surpass? A, Hank Aaron, B, Willie Mays, C, Ken Griffey Jr.
Harold, what's his name? Indoor pool. What is it, Jeff? What did Chris just say? Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr. Who's going to surpass the indoor pool guy? Kendall?
I'm going to go with Hank Aaron. Who else is going to pass Hank Aaron?
Okay, I'm feeling confident. Chris, that is A. Lock us in, Chris, on option A. What are we right?
The correct answer, B. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid. He hit 660 in his career. Pujols is sitting at 656.
Oh! Kendall, you let us down the wrong answer on the left one. Chris is going to be very disappointed. You know who? Now he's going to like another station more than us.
I'm so sorry.
Whatever. Hey, guys, don't worry about it. You can still win because tonight the Twins are taking on the Sox. And Fox has on Saturday a triple header. What is it, all day? All day. So stay on Fox, the FOX. We are back live. That's right. Dating is not easy. That's right, girl. And once you're in a relationship, it's hard to keep things fresh and exciting. Yes, girl. But a tech startup is trying to change that by offering users date night ideas. Joining us is the founder of the Let's Go app. It's Austin Bolig. Hi, Austin.
Hey, Jason. Thanks for letting me come on.
Oh, well, no, thank you for sending us a message. Look, I don't care what talk show it is, Austin. One of the number one topics of any of them are always love. Finding love, keeping love, trying not to lose love. So can you tell the folks exactly what is the app?
Yeah, so Let's Go is an app on the App Store and Google Play Store, and it helps couples, whether you're dating, engaged, or married of all ages, find new date night experiences and just fun things to do together. But another good bonus of this, so we're all across Minnesota, all the big metros, Twin Cities, Duluth, Rochester, Central Minnesota, and we partner with over 200 businesses. And our business partners offer exclusive promotions through our app, so you can actually save some money on your date night. And the advantage of these date nights or of these date deals, which is great, is it's not like a coupon where you're going to get 10% off. We try and craft your experience for you. So one of our good partners, Victoria Borough out in Victoria, they do, for example, a round of mini golf for two drinks and a pizza. So you don't even have to think about it.
Oh, that's great. So it's like Build-A-Bear for dating.
Exactly. But there's no work in it. You just download the app and we do it all for you.
Is it, Austin, I'm not just saying this because you're a guest. I mean this. That's one of the, whether you're in a relationship or dating, that's one of the biggest things is trying to find something creative to do. So you take that you take that work out of it. You guys did a survey recently. We've done a few segments about dating in the pandemic. What did your survey reveal about the time we're living in /dating plus dating?
Yeah. So at the end of June, first week of July, we did a survey with over about 400 of our users just to see how dating has changed during the pandemic. And I would say we were pretty shocked with the results because one of the questions we asked were, have you been on a date or a date night in the last 30 days? And still 56% of users indicated they were. And then we asked them, do they plan on going on a date night in the next 30 days? And 87% of users indicated yes, which just kind of shows, I think, most importantly, how important date nights are for relationships, and two, how eager people are to get back to their daily lives.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about some ideas that you guys have. Give us some of your favorites.
Yeah, so I would say if you want to go outside of the house, I'm a little biased on this one, but I still think it's a great, just given these times. We've partnered with over 15 plus golf courses across Minnesota. I think a golf date is a great outdoor activity. Even if you're not the best golfer, it's a fun experience. There's plenty of games you can play to make the newer people want to go out and play. And also it's kind of a fun social activity. Get a cart, get a couple beverages in the cooler. It can be a blast. I would say number two, being in Minnesota, obviously, there's so many great lakes, and we've actually partnered with another local startup here called Float, and it's actually the Airbnb for boats. And through us, though, you can get a captain boat cruise. It could be for two people if you want it romantic, or if you want to bring a couple more couples on, you can fit more boat ideas. And you can get a romantic boat cruise on Lake Minnetonka. And so I'd say if you're looking to get outside, those are your ideas.
Yeah.
However, during the pandemic, obviously you can imagine when all these restaurants and great places are closed, what can it do to our app? But what we did was we actually launched a new category called Date Night at Home. And we partnered with a bunch of businesses where you can find the experience to do at your house without leaving it. For example, two of probably my favorite ideas are, one, it's called the Adventure Challenge. It's basically like a scrapbook where you and your significant other buy it online, shipped it to your house, and you scratch off, and it'll have preset ideas for you.
Oh.
And you can also, it's a Polaroid camera from this company, and you can take fun pictures as you're doing it and post it right in the book. And so you can just capture that and look back on 10 years ago with your kids or with your friends. And then a last good idea, which we really like, it's a similar concept where they send it to you. It's called Created with Love. It's basically a date night in a box. They have pre-fun experiences to do for you, maybe some games, some questions. And all these you can find on our website or on our app. And we also have like exclusive promotions where if you wanted to save a little bit of money, you can get there as well.
And all of you dirty birdies out there, keep those Polaroids family friendly. I mean, we don't need no dirty pictures up of her. Austin, I wanted to ask you, I'm always in awe of entrepreneurs and curious of the process and motivation. What motivated you to start this?
Yeah, so I've always had the entrepreneurial mindset before I launched Let's Go. I actually worked at an early stage venture capital firm here in Minneapolis called Loop Ventures, where we invested in early stage startups. But the idea really came around is I wanted to build something that I thought could be a grand slam. That's the one thing that I learned at Loop Ventures. There's a lot, startups fail all the time. So I think if you go for it, you want it to be massive. And I had this idea where I felt like there was so many apps out there to help people find dates. But what the world really needed was a better solution to help people build great relationships after they meet the right person. Because I think there's a big problem in the United States with 40% of marriages ending in divorce. But when it comes to building a great relationship, I think it's all about finding common interests between you and your partner and specifically sharing great experiences. And so we created this app. And I would say if you want to start your own company, it's a roller coaster, but it's so much fun. It's me and 3 other of my business partners, and it's I don't regret one decision of it.
I love it. Well, we're glad that we could shine a spotlight on it because it will be useful, and I know a lot of people watching right now are heading to the site as we speak. Austin, thank you, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. For more information, download the Let's Go app, or as Austin said, you can go to their website, and that's letsgoapp.com. Letsgoapp.com. Thank you, Austin. If you missed it, we'll post a segment a little bit later on our social media channels. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this on this Friday morning. Welcome back. Hey, I wanted to say I got the web address wrong for Let's Go. It is letsgoapp.co.co. There is no .com. It is letsgoapp.co. Speaking of the web, you can stay connected with our show on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All you have to do is search for Jason Show TV. And speaking of that, I was looking at comments online. People really love our show and tells, our staff ones. If you have a cool artifact, maybe a collection that you would like to show us, send us a message on our Facebook page. We will then send you a Zoom link and you can appear on our show. So you show and tell us, and you may be on a future episode. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to finish this episode right after this. Back in a moment, everyone. Welcome back, everybody. Wrapping up the show today. Kendall's enjoying a nice day off. I meant what I said over there because I look at the comments as the show goes on through Twitter. People love the staff show and tell, especially Ted. They're excited that he won today. He should have. Jeff, yours was good too, but Ted, that was fantastic. But anyway, if you do have a show and tell, and we're talking a good one, we don't want like Uncle Earl's dentures or something. But if you have a good show and tell, like a collector's item, maybe a uniform from a soldier. I don't know. If you have a cool show and tell, I don't know. Send us a message. We'll get in touch with you. Then we'll send you a Zoom link and you can be here on the show. That'll be fun in lieu of an audience. Okay, at the beginning of the broadcast, I talked about Dr. Anthony Fauci throwing off the first pitch at the Washington Nationals game. We have that. Now let's just say that the good doctor is good at many, many things, but he may not be good at that. A little to the right, just a little bit to the right there, Mr. Dr. Fauci. That's all right, though. It is nerve-wracking. How do I know? Well, here's the video. In 2017, I got to throw out the first pitch at the Twins game right there to Joe Mauer, right to him. There's Bionic Woman slow motion Fox camera there from Fox Sports, right to Joe. And as I said, my best friend Jen had the best reaction to this. I brought her and Colin, and Jen isn't easily impressed. And Jen's been my friend for 10 years, and she can be a little surly sometimes. And Jen's with me, and she walks up. We get to walk up onto the field, and Jen looks at me, and this is an exact quote. She goes, "Jason, very few things you do impress me anymore, but this is cool." And now that's all I think about, yeah. Very few things you do impresses me. This is cool. And then seeing Joe Mauer. Great guy, such a good guy. And again, he was shocked I was there too. Again, he mouthed, "What are you doing here?" I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. Monday on The Jason Show, supporting small businesses. Our buddy Stephanie Hansen, she was on a road trip. Now she's off the road trip. She's back here. Not here. She'll join us via Zoom to talk about 5 local makers worth checking out. Plus, your first look inside the new Gnome. Remember the Happy Gnome in St. Paul? Well, now it's just the Gnome. It's like the Dixie Chicks. Now they're just the Chicks. This is just the Gnome. Your first look on Monday. But right now, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you're doing it wrong. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching this week. Kendall's back on Monday. We'll see you then.